Hi, and welcome to another video around import attributes within TypeScript and ECMAScript. So we have a new proposal, the import attributes proposal, and if we, for example, go and take a look into it, you see here that it has stage 3 draft from September 28, 2023. And the relevant syntax changes are in the import calls and import section. This feature would ideally use the with keyword to denote attributes, but there are existing implementations based on a previous version of the proposal using the assert keyword. And then you see here some kind of examples of the expression. Left hand expression, blah blah blah, script and modules. It's always nice to go and dive a little bit deeper into it to really nerd around what this proposal could be. I have immense respect for people that are writing these proposals and go through these proposals. I'm really a big fan of the different stages that we have within ECMAScript, and it's always nice to follow this up. So you'll see that I create sometimes videos around this because I think as a professional, certainly when you are writing ECMAScript and JavaScript or TypeScript, that you need to be aware of this, right? So this is the syntax. We have the import JSON from .view.json with type JSON, and this allows actually to the runtime environments to check if it's really a JSON file or not, and that they can do something with it when it's not the case. You can read the whole motivation why it's been added there. And in practice and on the web, there is a widespread mismatch between file extensions and the HTTP content type header. All of this sums up being invisible to depend on file extensions suffixes included in the module specifier to be the basis for this checking. That's actually why that is so important. So if you now go just to this this example application that I created, I have here an index where I do import object from something.json with type JSON. What could be the case is that you do here something like this. I'm going to rename it towards JSON I, something like that. Doesn't matter, right? Actually, of course, you get here an error, JSON I. Still will be maybe I cannot find module.jsoni its corresponding type. It's a little bit strange because it exists, so I'm going to save this again. And of course, what you could do here is do something like this. Hello. Apparently, it still has some problems with that. Okay, I'm going to do run index.ts and I get undefined and undefined, and that's normal because I need to save it. And now do this. I still get undefined and undefined. So it's strange. I would think like, okay, he could read something from something dot. Maybe I'm going to rename this towards ESN, something like this. And now, if I now do this here, I'm just testing things out. I love it. And of course, cannot find that module. I'm going to test it again. Still get an error. Cannot do anything with it. So I'm going to change it again to JSON, just to make my point that within Bun, but also within Node.js, this doesn't have a lot of effects for now, maybe only within the browser. So if I now do here fluffy muffy, something like that, and I run this, you will see that it's still working. You don't need to provide here JSON. So that's a little bit strange, but okay. It is what it is. If I just remove it, you also don't need that. I still have the ability to do object.type with me, but I would recommend just to do it because you never know that later on it makes more of an importance. And like I said, it's more of a extra validation that it's really a JSON than that, for example, this one is that extension, it's not sure that it's JSON. You could maybe add other kind of syntax within something.json. Maybe we need to do it. Maybe I need to do something like this: export blah equals. I then just save this and do something like this. Have no ID, fail to parse JSON, for example. So it could be great to have some kind of an extra validation there, and of course it gets here some kind of an error because our JSON was not correct. Right. One thing that I want to mention, and that's something that's really great, is the fact that you can add or change your TypeScript version within Bun. One of the things that you just need to do is say TypeScript beta. You just need to install it. So normally when you have your Bun application, you will see here peer dependencies. If you just do dev dependency install of TypeScript, and in this case we want to have the beta version of TypeScript, TypeScript 5.3.0, then yeah, you will just install it, and it's easier to just demonstrate these kind of things that I have demonstrated to you right away. So in that case, I hope that you understand it, that you enjoyed it, that you maybe can do something with it as well when you're working with Bun, and try to do something with Bun, something interesting that I'm doing right now. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye.